being here last time in 2010 is amazing. So thank you very much to this team for being here.
Give them away.
It's lights out and away we go. Verstappen this time around does get an excellent start, and Hamilton too, already on the tail of his teammate Valtteri Bottas. Bottas coming. Squeezed out a bit. Sebastian Vettel might lose out as well as he goes wheel to wheel with the McLaren of Carlos Sainz. Verstappen leads from Bottas, who looks up again. Hamilton is trying round the outside of his teammate and might squeeze through on the inside now into second place, and he does.
Verstappen will be cheering inside that car. The two Mercedes squabbling played beautifully into his hands. He leads the Grand Prix. We think he's got some front wing damage as well. Valtteri Bottas tried to brave it. Yeah, and look at that. It's a wonder he didn't puncture the left rear tyre.
Charles Leclerc making contact with Valtteri Bottas. And
Looks a bit naughty, didn't it, from that angle?
Rather aggressively went to the left. The front wing end plates has been dislodged, I think, on Valtteri Bottas's Mercedes, as through goes Sebastian Vettel down into turn one. Danny Kvyat's going to try again down the inside. He telegraphed that move on the last lap. Albon saw it coming, and Kvyat took advantage. The switcheroo has taken place. Albon just ahead now, going into turn two. Kvyat, though, forcing his teammate the long way round the outside. This is great racing from the two Toro Rossos, neither giving an inch here. Kvyat and Albon continuing out of turn three, all the way up to turn four. Nobody's giving an inch, and eventually Alex Albon is forced out wide. That was super racing there, and brilliant control from Danny Kvyat to take 12th place ahead of Alex Albon. They were millimetres away from each other, but that was superb. Red Bull have blinked first, and now this is going to be down to the crew once again to try and put in another world record pit stop.
Okay, Lewis, it's hammer time.
Lewis Hamilton has stopped and is away. Out into the fray once again comes Lewis Hamilton, and that gap is an awful lot bigger than it was a while ago. Hamilton can just about see the race leader. Bottas up to 11th and targeting 6th in this race as Lando Norris goes wheel to wheel with Kevin Magnussen, and he kept his foot in there, and Kevin Magnussen gave him just about enough room. But here we have another back marker right in a place where Max Verstappen doesn't want him, and this time around it's his former teammate.
I think he made a mistake. I think Verstappen made a mistake in there somewhere.
Well, it's his former teammate Daniel Ricciardo. I get the feeling that he's getting affected by the turbulent wake of that Renault ahead of him. So Hamilton, once more, right on the tail of that Red Bull and trying to hang on to the Red Bull around that corner. Ricciardo is about to be lapped, and Hamilton is gaining now on Verstappen. He's gaining. He manages to get round Ricciardo. Goes a long way round turn one. Verstappen just about holds on, but now Hamilton is much closer as they head towards turn two. Leader and second place almost wheel to wheel through that corner. Hamilton is trying absolutely everything. Verstappen is defending for his life, but he is still under threat, and this time Hamilton goes round the outside in turn four, goes off the track in doing so. Verstappen keeps his place out in front.
Hamilton knew he'd have to give that place back, and because Verstappen was so tight through turn three, such an acute angle, Hamilton just had him wherever he wanted him in terms of position on the track, but then he just got a bit too ambitious up into turn four.
Now here's interesting. So Mercedes taking a bit of a gamble here with Lewis Hamilton. I mentioned the tyres. Would they be able to survive till the end of the race? They're going to put the medium on Lewis Hamilton as well, send him back, out into this race and say, right, go catch Max Verstappen.
Has that caught Red Bull out? Has that caught them napping?
I don't know how much tires will be left at the end.
It doesn't matter, Lewis, just give it everything.
Striking distance in 6 laps. Oh dear, can they take it down at Red Bull? That gives us 2 laps where Hamilton might be able to go for it.
Tyres are dead. Copy.
And there is confirmation then that Max Verstappen is not happy with the condition of his rubber, and we can get a close-up look here. Martin, it just looks horrible, doesn't it? Bottas, he's scrapping away at the moment with Lando Norris. And you're just about to see, out of that corner, Valtteri Bottas get ahead of the McLaren. 41 laps ago, Max Verstappen put those tyres on. That's why he's struggling for grip. Hamilton, much fresher tyres, and now with the banks of the crowd and a packed Budapest, Hamilton chases down the main straight, pulls out to the right-hand side and makes his way round the long way and into the lead. Hamilton passes Verstappen. Mercedes strategy has got it right, and on lap 67, Hamilton, from being second, might now just think about a 7th Hungarian Grand Prix win. There goes Vettel. Leclerc thought about defending aggressively. Vettel forces Leclerc a little bit wide there. Sebastian Vettel surges past his teammate and up into the podium places. It's been a magnificent drive, and he rounds the final corner now for a magnificent 7th win at the Hungaroring. It is victory for Lewis Hamilton. He wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. Max Verstappen started on pole, gets the fastest lap, and probably a bigger cheer from the Orange Army here to Hamilton. The perfect chance to take victory. He heads off on the summer break now with a big advantage over his teammate Valtteri Bottas. Verstappen, though, has put himself in the championship hunt, and he's sure to come back for more.